I should really start calling these like tailgate talks or something creative like that. But anyway, like I promised in the last video, I am going to bring you up to speed as best I can with where everything is. I apologize for the wind. I'm not professional and I don't know how to film very well or vlog, but hopefully the experiences that you will get from this will be something of value. Anyway, 2 companies. One, Structural MD. So that's a technology-based company. It's a startup. Not going to reveal too much about it. Obviously, I don't want to give away all of my secrets, but I'd like to bring you up to speed with where the company is in its creation. So in 2015, the company started out as some answers to some scholarship questions along the lines of, what do you want to do with your career? So I answered these questions. I used that similar answer with a similar business idea for about 2 or 3 essays. And then in 2016 in the spring, one of the emails from the university came across about one of those small business pitch competition games, or contests, excuse me. And I was like, you know what? Well, what the heck? I'll enter this for the experience. You know, I didn't really expect to win, but I put a lot of time into it. Probably spent, I'd say, a good 35, 40 hours writing this 4-page, entry essay. Because the limit was 4 pages. You had to answer about 7 questions and go from there. And yeah, it didn't win. Fine, I wasn't really expecting it to win. Would have been cool if it did, but it didn't win. Didn't even make it out of the first round. So, being the student of life that I am, I went to the advising board or committee, however you want to call it, and I was like, you know what? Why didn't it win? Just curious, I don't have hard feelings. I just want to know why it didn't win. They're like, okay, this is why it didn't win. You basically didn't have market research. What I did was I correlated a problem and a solution, and I said, whatever I just came up with in my head is a solution to the problem that we are facing in society. And in my head, it sounded like this great idea, and this great idea on paper, but obviously ideas are great, but execution's cooler. And I was like, all right, well, what do I need to do to see if this is actually a possible solution? And they told me I needed to do some market research. So I started doing the process of market research. And through that process, a fellow student / entrepreneur came to the university and spoke. So I went and heard her speak just because I thought the experience would be unique, because she went through something similar to what I'm currently going through. And afterwards, I went up and told her my idea, and she basically told me that I needed to contact this group. So I went out and I contacted this group, and I worked with them, created a survey, created a giant contact list, and have since been completing that survey. Since then, I've pitched the idea to several investors, and not from a standpoint to get money, really to just get feedback from people that weren't in the technical field as things that stood out to them. Through those pitches, I've made several more contacts that I've liked the idea, have really invested some time in helping me grow the idea, and that's currently where I'm at. I'm still doing research, I'm still doing the surveys, and right now I'm really an advocate for the idea in pitching it to other professional societies of the sorts. It's a technology-based startup, and I've said before, I'm not going to share too many of the secrets just because I don't want to give away my advantage and my idea that I have over the market. But I will take you along for the journey. So what I plan to do with that is, it's going to be the main focus of the vlog. It takes up most of my time outside of work. So I'm a recent college graduate with a civil engineering degree. I work full-time for an engineering company in Cleveland. And outside of that, this is what I primarily do because I'm trying to grow this business. So that's going to be the main focus. So I'm going to share with you, how I balance the relationships, the lessons I learned, how I balance, hobbies, how I try to not lose my mind at times, how I handle the stress, how I handle everything that life will throw at you when you try to create something new. And I don't know where these vlogs are going to go, but we'll find out. And so chances are, with the other business, if you're watching this on YouTube or if you've been a regular subscriber, you have a really good idea as to what this one is. Pancakes and powerlifting. That was started shortly after I made this video, which was about my whole binge eating story and fitness obsession. Really not going to go into too much detail in this video just because it's been talked about several times over. But that was the other video, is the fitness consulting, and it wasn't necessarily consulting from the standpoint of creating programs, which I can do. I create training programs and nutrition programs, customized for people one-on-one, but it really is about growing this awareness in fitness and changing the industry. The industry, in my viewpoint, obviously this is just one man's opinion, so it's not doctrine or law, but in the 1960s and 70s, when Frank Zane and Arnold were really coming big, people were like, what is this fitness thing? What is this, right? And the pendulum was up here where people really didn't care about fitness in quote-unquote mainstream society. They're all about smoking weed and listening to hippie music, driving around in the rainbow Volkswagen vans. And so Arnold and Frank Zane come out and they start getting into fitness, and slowly like this pendulum starts swinging through. And now in 2016, it's like all the way up here where all these people are creating these like cliche fitness apparel companies, and some are better than others. And obviously it's someone's opinion, but it's just become really cliche and this big vanity thing. Like it's all about abs and posting your ass shot on Instagram at your photo shoot, or your abs and these looks, and it's just become cliche. Like there's a lot more to life than looks and meal prepping and slaving your life away in a gym. And I just think the pendulum swing needs to kind of come back to the middle and place fitness as to where it belongs. Yeah, it should be a priority. I mean, everyone should be healthy and in shape, but I think there's a lot more experiences in life than this 4 walls of a gym lifting iron and crap like that. And I just think there's a lot more to get out of life, and it's really about kind of sharing that education and educating people that there's no such thing as bro science, and you can get results in the gym without being a slave to it, and things of that nature, and how to get the most out of life. It's an interesting thing, and I don't really know where that's going to head. And I consult for people, and I'm never charged to answer questions. That's a dick move. I don't care if you're a client or not. Like if you got a question about something, I answer it. Supplements, training, nutrition, experiences in life, whatever, I'll answer the question. But I obviously, from a financial standpoint, I charge a little bit of money just for the time that takes me to create plans and work with you one-on-one. But that's that. Pancakes and powerlifting, and I just want to share that education, share the content, answer questions. But as far as making money from a business standpoint, it's really just about creating plans one-on-one for people, and being basically a coach or a mentor for them in the fitness world. And someday I'd like to open a gym with that idea. Not sure when that's going to happen, but in the near future I think that might happen. And for me, I think that might be my apartment bill. Instead of getting an apartment like everybody else, I think I might open a gym, and it might just be a storage unit, and I might live out of that until it gets moving. I don't know, we'll see. Obviously these are all really crazy ideas, but nonetheless they're ideas. So with that, that's basically, and I apologize again for this wind, that's basically up to speed with where everything is. So hopefully in the next video, might be released in a week or two, I will start vlogging more about where things are in the business, and how things are going, and we'll see where that takes off. Until next time, see you later.